Unwritten principles that may inspire you to run. Part 24. This is for the guys. If a woman tells you that her past doesn't matter, or she acts in a way that signals that her past doesn't matter, my brother, move, just move. If you've ever watched cartoon, in those animation, you see where somebody revs before he moves. Rev your motor very well. Boom, 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 boom. Ping. Move. You see, there's something about sex that a lot of us have not really understood. Now, a lot of women feel that the body is theirs, so they can use it the way they want. They can do anything they like. Then, at a point in their lives, they will now give up that past and begin to live a new life. They want to live a new life without actually going through the process of building that new life. What do I mean? Now, look at this tape. If you put this tape here, it stays. At least it stays very well. Let me put it here where we can all see. It stays very well. Okay? Removing it may be a problem. Let's say, ouch! So I might remove it. Now, I put it a second time here. It may still be strong. I remove it. I remove it again. I put it here the fourth time. It still may be strong, but it's not so strong again. I remove it again and put here. It's not so strong again. I remove it again and put here. Now, you see, I'm trying to put it, but it cannot even hold. It's coming off on its own. I remove it again and put here. I've pressed it, but it's still not holding very well. It's coming off. So, I don't even feel any pain. It's not paining my hairs as I'm pulling it out. I remove it again. It will get to a point where this tip cannot glue to my hand again or my arms. Now, you can see the difficulty I'm going through just to put it there. Now, if you want this tape to actually be able to gum again, you have to take it back to the factory, or you have to find a particular kind of glue that is used on this surface to put it back. Each time a woman has sex with a man, there is this unconscious desire to make him mine, let him accept me, because society has designed us in such a form that women desire men in their lives. They want men to accept them. So that's why when we were kids in secondary school, before you want to do something with a girl, she will always, at a point, she will pause and pause you. Maybe before you remove your trousers, she will pause you and say, "Do you love me?" Because she wants to be sure. Does this guy love me, or he just wants to chop and clean mouth? So, whenever a woman sleeps with a man, and that man does not have the desire to make her his own, something in her is angry. And something in her cancels men. Something in her makes her feel that men are not to be trusted. Now, I'm talking about even the woman the hookup girl that you bring to your place and you pay her. Deep in her mind, she's still looking for a way for you to love her and make her yours. That's why sometimes you can bring a hookup girl and before you know, the thing has transformed into a relationship. Or she's all over you now. because she's looking for a way to get into your life. Now, it gets worse when a woman gets to an age where she thinks that, or she feels that she should have been married. At that point, she's no longer reasonable. All she's looking for is a man that will say, "Mo go altar." And when she's doing this thing, she becomes desperate without knowing. At that point, any man that sleeps with her and walks away, that man is under a spell. A spell that is coming from her mind, because every day she keeps abusing that man. Now, when a woman decides that she has changed, if she has changed genuinely, if it's not this wuru change that maybe she has got to an age where she knows that I'm not married or one thing, so she's looking for a husband that will come and marry her. So she tells you the past is gone, I have changed. It's a lie. She has not changed anything. Now, spiritually, the moment you sleep with a person, there's a transference of that person's energy, the causes and the blessings from that person to you. So a woman that has a high body count, she has a lot of baggage. She has a lot of, her dirty linen, her dossier is as long as 1,000 kilometers. And she has acquired so many spiritual depths and baggages that you don't want to deal with. Yes, because except if your past is as dirty as her, maybe you have been a player as well. So that's where it makes perfect sense. You can go on and have anything you want with her, sleep with her or marry her. Because I believe that two similar people should blend. So if she has a high body count in the past, allow her, let her go and look for somebody who has a high body count as well. The two of them will make a perfect match. But if you don't have a high body count and you think you love her because she has changed, that match is data type mismatch. And you will run into serious problems because one, her behavior will be nothing to write home about. She may tell you she has changed, but that change is personality change. It's not a character change. It's not the real her, because the real her is who she used to be. So, leave a woman that has a high body count. Leave her alone. Let her count haunt her. Let her count be with her. Moreover, these women have a very low perception or value for men because of the fact that they've slept with different men. There's this tendency for women to think that because I've slept with this man, maybe I am now at this level. That's why most prostitutes, I'm not talking about the one that stands on the street, I'm talking of the hookup girl. When she sleeps with a particular class of man, she now comes and disregards any man that is below that age. I don't know how to put this now, but okay, like sometimes in the neighborhood you live, you can see some of those small girls, and suddenly maybe because they've gone to sleep with one big boy that is bigger than you, the next time they see you, they look at you like you're a small boy to them. And this is somebody that maybe you are senior with 20 years, but she looks at you disdainfully like he's a nobody. After all, I've hung out with people that are better than him, richer than him, have more cars than him. So she begins to feel like I belong to that class. And that's why they see themselves as high class women. But the truth is they are high class prostitutes, because there's nothing high about them. She's a cheap something who's inspired by money, or who's wavered, who money makes her open the leg. So she doesn't have any value. And if you're a disciplined man, if you're a principled person, she cannot add any value to you because she doesn't have it. Because her past haunts her every day. Those men she has slept with, their imprint is in her. Science discovered that women have some, I don't know if it's XY chromosome or something, but men and women, I think women is XX, men is X and Y. So biologically, women don't have Y chromosomes, that'd be the extra Y chromosome. But science has found it out in women. They say it came from people they have slept with and the ones that have carried pregnancy that the babies were male. They say, so if a woman has a bad past, stay away from her. Let her go to a man that has a bad past. They will make a perfect match. Now, secondly, sometimes some of these women who have very bad past or who have slept with so many men, they have this impression that it is my body. Whatever I do with it is none of your business. And because they are moved by financial gain or the porridge yam that comes with sleeping with a lot of men. You know, there's this thing about life that from a tender age, men tend to go for who they can sleep with, while women tend to sleep with whom they want to sleep with. That means at a tender age, I'm talking about adolescence and stuffs like that, 20s and 30s. Now, women, that means that a man may want to sleep with a woman, but she doesn't want to sleep with him and she'll make it difficult for him. So he cannot come to her. Now she can go to those people that she wants to sleep with, or she can present herself to them, then she'll sleep with them. Now, but as the age goes, because most of those men who are sleeping with her know that she's nothing, she has nothing to offer, nothing beyond her leg, her head is empty. So most of those men will never want to have anything to do with her beyond that sex. Now, when that happens over time, that woman loses her value emotionally, psychologically, even physically. She begins to deteriorate. Now, the moment that deterioration sets in, by then, the man has, you now as a man, have learned a few things about life, especially if you put in much pressure and much effort to become more matured. Now you understand the draining or the destructive nature of indiscriminate sex. So you begin to build your value as a man. So at that point, the table begins to turn, because at that point you now understand your importance, and you would only go for women that can add value to you, while those men that used to appreciate her no longer see her as anything. So her value begins to depreciate. When the value depreciates to a particular point, now she struggles to find one innocent guy. And using her dubious and tricky and manipulative nature, she will come and make you feel that my past, it doesn't matter. Because obviously, women are very manipulative and deceptive. That's why women will tell you that a woman of 20 with a man of 20 are not the same. That the woman of 20 knows much more than the man of 20. That's because their mentality makes them think so. But in the real life, it's not that the woman of 20 knows more than the man. It's just that she's more deceptive, she's more cunning, she's more manipulative. She knows how to get what she wants. Because women will make you do something that you never knew you could do, and they will still feign innocence. So you won't even know you've been manipulated. So when that table turns, she's looking for somebody that she will convince that my past doesn't matter. My dear, her past matters. Her past matters. Apart from the physical, or apart from the psychological perspective of all side where her mind is messed up, in a sense that she can't even support a man. Because in reality, she cannot support you. She will only be there if you have money so she can enjoy and have a good life. And she sees you like I've won. She sees like I've won in life. So after all my bad past, I was able to settle with a guy that takes care of me and loves me. A friend of mine once described success like, he said, the the frying pan of no, the path of success is like a burning frying pan. Now you have to run across it. If you walk gently on it, your foot will burn. Now life is so short that sometimes you have to, if you're working for something good, it can take years for you to achieve that thing. And in such a situation, you don't need anything that will draw you back. You need support. You need a support system that will encourage you. The work of a woman is to encourage a man and make him build his strength, encourage him and be better and make him a better person. Not somebody with a very dirty past coming to convince you that she's a good girl. No, she's not. She may have changed, genuinely, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't think that any change from such people are genuine. They're only looking for a husband to marry. And once the husband don't come, bam, you see that their bad self. How many of them can be faithful? Currently on this planet today, I don't know how many percent of people that are faithful in their marriage, both male and female. So, but yes, a lot of people are not faithful, but this one that has had a bad past, there is no assurance that her future will be devoid of sleeping around. And the truth is, if you're married to somebody and you're sleeping around, you're bringing in negative energy into your life, and it will ruin your life. It will ruin it. So stay away from a woman with a bad past. Let her go and meet a man with a bad past. Let her go and meet a player that has played very well. And their two will blend very well, and their two will make good couples. Okay? Cheers.